Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. My name is Julia Aurelia. I'm here to do your card reading for September. I'm using the tarot, laying out the Celtic cross in a minute, but I'm going to cleanse your space with white sage, sending you all some white sage to cleanse the energies wherever you are. And I'm using the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot. It's a beautiful, beautiful tarot. This is how it looks like. It's very much like the Rider-Waite Tarot, but they have done the images a little bit more modern, I would say. And I'm going to pull the Celtic cross for you now, and I'm also going to pull a card from the Unicorn Oracle, or the Oracle of the Unicorns. So let's see what the month of September is going to bring for you, Libra. Always watch your Sun and Rising sign to get a full picture. If you're interested in love, you can also watch your Venus sign as well. What are the energies for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for September. What are the energies for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for September? And that's the stop. At the bottom of the deck, what do we have here? Oh, let's do like that. We do have the Six of Cups, so something from the past coming back. There could be someone or something. So either it's about memories from the past, memories from the childhood that come back to you, that revisit you maybe, maybe because of someone popping up again and remembering you of something in your past. So memories from the past could arrive here basically. It could be another person, maybe someone is coming back from the past. Could be an ex, could be a friend, could be someone from the past coming back, or something as in, maybe if this is about work, you might think about, oh, what did I wanted to do when I was a child. So somehow memory lane opens up for you here. What's underneath that? A double six now, and what's underneath that? The 10 of Swords. Yeah, so I do feel like there is a situation that has ended in the past. So there is some sort of end that we see, maybe an end because the give and take balance wasn't really there. Maybe you didn't get what you gave out, or there's something where I feel like the give and take balance has been a little bit out of balance, and maybe this is why things basically ended here. Maybe you were giving to a situation, you were giving and giving, and at the end you decided to end this, or however this ending came, there's some sort of ending related to that situation. Now, that might be actually something that reminds you of your childhood. So if this is not about a soulmate or someone coming back from the past, it might be that this dynamic is remembering you of your childhood. And so there might be a childhood pattern where you felt like you needed to give and give and give in order to be loved and seen and appreciated. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into the reading. I'm going to pull a card just basically from the pile. So I'm not going to shuffle again. So what do we have here? The Page of Cups. So that's an emotional new beginning, some shape or form. There might be messages coming in related to your emotions, messages where you start to dream and think about things and are like, oh, how could that be? Or maybe even connected to the past. Usually I would say with this page is super dreamy. So it's like being up in the air, having a lot of thoughts about someone, being all romantic and really thinking about something or someone where you feel like super happy about it. It hasn't quite developed yet because it's a page, so it hasn't quite developed yet, but you are all up in the air and you're thinking about it and all the dreams and visions you have related to that situation. Obviously, they could refer to that energy. You're thinking about your dreams from the past. That might even relate to a soulmate connection. It might relate to a lover from the past, where you think about all the dreams and hopes you had from the past. And that might be the case because maybe there's a message coming in that reminds you of that, or there is an offer coming in. So maybe someone from the past coming back and maybe trying to apologize here, or make you an offer of love, or is going to be like, hey, do you want to meet up? I'm just around in the area, right? I do feel like it has to do with this pattern that we talked about earlier at the bottom of the deck. But I mean, that's quite a lovely energy, quite a nice, lovely, dreamy energy. This could also be an offer in your work life, right? So maybe the offer you dreamed for is here, or the offer you dreamed of could be here. So what's the challenge? The challenge is the wish fulfillment. So, you know what? I do feel like there is something that you really wished and hoped for. And I do feel like it connects somehow to this energy that had an ending here. And now this thing is coming back, or the energy is coming back. It might literally be that you are thinking about something from the past. Maybe it's not, maybe it's triggered because you find a picture, or suddenly a message pops up, or whatever. Sorry, just readjusting the chair here. Whatever pops up, there seems to be something that is reminding you of the past and how much you gave to that situation. But that situation, as I said, has ended, and I feel like there's a lot to do with the energies of also your childhood, and how you created some patterns surrounding this give and take dynamic, where I feel like you always needed to give and to give. And I feel like something actually hasn't worked out the way you hoped for, and there is this dream fulfillment. But I have to say, I use this energy, like the second card of the Celtic cross, as the blockage, or as the challenge. For you, I have to say, it feels like there is some sort of dream that you have, some sort of wish fulfillment that seems kind of like out of reach here. It might also be that you haven't found peace with that situation, because the Nine of Cups can talk about contentment and peace, but I somehow feel like there's something connected to that where you haven't really found that yet. The next card, I want to go into your past and see what we have in the past. Yeah, we have the Nine of Swords here, right? So Nine of Swords in the past, sleepless nights, worries, anxieties. I mean, I could now start explaining all the things why you could have those anxieties. I think you know best. Maybe you're feeling not good enough. Maybe you are worrying that a situation is developing in a different way. Maybe you're missing someone and your thoughts go around in circles related to, oh, I could have said that, and what if I would have said that? I mean, all sorts of things, while we suddenly at night are in bed and can't sleep because we're just overthinking. So in the past, there was a lot of overthinking here connected to that situation that you're in. Now I want to go into your thoughts and see what you think about that situation. It brings you out of balance here. The two of Pentacles. That it might connect to a decision. It might mean that there's some sort of decision that you need to make and you're not quite sure what to do. I feel like this situation brings you a little bit out of balance because you're like, oh, what am I going to do now? And maybe it's because the person is back. Maybe because the person is back in terms of feelings, because you something reminded you of it. And then we have this blocked dream here. We have a completion. We have 2 nines. This is completion energy, especially with the 10 as well. So something came to completion here. And I feel like whatever this is that reminds you of the past, that reminds you of that person or the dream that you once had, I feel like it might make you like rethink something. Going around, what are the options, what can I do here, but I also feel like the main thing is it's basically making you a bit insecure, taking your stability. Let's see what you feel. So let's take the next card. I tell you, I feel like I'm on the right track here with the cards, because we do have the lack energy here as well. And I said that already with the energy in the past, right? So something that you could worry about is not being good enough, or not living up to the expectation of someone, or something like that. And now in your heart, I see like there's a lack. a lack of love, a lack of compassion, a lack of understanding, a lack of togetherness. Maybe you're missing someone here. I do actually feel like that is the case. You're missing someone here. It almost feels like you have been, it feels like, oh, how do you say that in English? I have my phrases that I say sometimes with some of the cards, but on my German channel, so sometimes I'm like, oh, how do you say that in English? Being left outside in the dark or in the cold, like something that started so beautifully, that was like your big wish fulfillment here, and now you just feel alone, and there's like a coldness and a distance here, and yeah, let's see what comes up now in the near future. So what's now coming towards you related to that situation? The Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is the energy where you could get emotional support. So maybe you get some help here, some emotional support. That could be the overall energy here. Maybe you support yourself and your emotional needs now as best as possible. That could be something as well. Obviously, it could be the person from the past coming back, making this offer, wanting to apologize, wanting to talk. It kind of like makes you a little bit like that and be like, oh, I don't know, what shall I do? But you miss that person. You had already like sleepless nights in the past, and it might develop to that this person actually is the Queen of Cups, who gives you now emotional support, or who says, you know what, I really understand. I understand the situation. I understand how you feel. So there is something related to emotional support which could come in just from a friend or from maybe the person that this relates to. Obviously, this could also be you. So maybe you are giving emotional support. If that is the same person, I would just be a little bit mindful that you don't fall into the pattern again of giving more than you're receiving. That's always the little like downfall of this queen, because she's so compassionate, she's so caring, that she's sometimes over giving and not really taking care of her own personal emotional needs. Other than that, we do have a really beautiful energy here. It's like love and compassion and understanding. The question is that an energy that comes towards you, or are you doing this for yourself? Let's see what your energy is that you bring into the mix. This is the Knight of Cups. So this is the Knight of Hearts. This is the energy of being in love, flying above the ground, not really being grounded basically, but just being all up in the air and all loved up. So it's quite interesting, because I feel like maybe someone is coming back from the past, and that made you all love it, like in love again. It might be that you are approaching then, or you're taking action on the offer that is coming in, or the memory that is coming in. So if the person is not contacting you, getting in touch with you again, then it might be, like I said, you'll see a picture, the person pops up somewhere, or the person is so much in your mind, in your thoughts and in your emotions, that you feel like, hold on a second, maybe that person is thinking about me too. So you might approach that person here and being like the knight and moving towards the person you are thinking about, right? Especially with the Knight of Cups, the Page of Cups, which is the main energy at the beginning, is your dreams, your visions. Maybe you're having dreams and visions about a person that is connected to a blocked dream, where you might be the person then approaching the other person. But even if the person is approaching you, I would say you are very much like in love, and it's all like roses and rose-tinted glasses, and I feel like you have really, really strong feelings for this person. I mean, it's a soulmate energy. This is a soulmate card. The Queen of Cups is a soulmate card, especially when we have the King of Cups here as well. Let's see, there are a few more cards to pull, but that will definitely talk about a very strong soul connection, and definitely this whole thing is connected to your wish fulfillment. So yeah, you're approaching a situation, you're taking action. It could mean that you that you're meeting this person, you're taking action on that person. Basically, if this is a complete new person, and this basically talks about be mindful of your pattern from the past, where you have given more than you were getting back, then what this whole thing could be for others as well is a new person coming in. A new person coming in, it brings you out of balance. You don't know if this is good enough. I do feel like there's a lack. There's still a lack that might be connected to a situation from the past. Yeah, I feel like this is... I feel like for most of you, it's someone from the past coming back, like this card says, and be mindful of your patterns from the past. So let's have a look. The energy that the other person brings in. It's the new beginning. Someone just want to take a leap into the unknown, a leap of faith, and jump into the new beginning. So, I mean, you know what? It's all like really lovely here. I mean, there were worries and concerns in the past, and this whole thing coming back might cause you being like a little bit, oh, I don't know what to do. Is it really the right thing? But I really miss that person. But you know what? I mean, this person here is just taking a leap of faith and is just jumping straight in and being like, yeah, let's do it again. Let's I don't know, let's get together. Let's meet up. It's like, woohoo! What can go wrong, right? Well, I feel like every time someone has said that question, something went wrong. Anyway, so it might be that this person has very pure intentions. Fuel is a pure energy. It could also mean, obviously, being a fool, being not very well prepared, and being a bit naive about the situation. But in general, I feel like, woohoo, yeah, okay, cool. Let's meet up. Let's talk. I don't know. Let's dare this. Let's jump into the new beginning. What are your hopes and dreams and fears? The Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is a card where you would say putting in the effort, the time, the love, the energy that the situation needs in order to grow. And what I just heard was you want this to really work out. We have the work card here, right? So yeah, I feel like you really want to put in the energy and all it needs for this situation to actually go ahead. And I feel like you hope that the other person does it as well and does want the same thing, and that everything is going to work out now. Let's see, last card before we then go to the unicorns. Oh, there is a bit of conflict. The whole thing, how is this thing developing? There is a bit of conflict. It could be a conflict of interest, could be an inner conflict, could be an outer conflict. You know what, let's pull another card on that one. I'm going to pull a clarification card on that using the Botticelli Tarot. Why is the conflict here? Why is the conflict here? It's the Empress. Beautiful deck, isn't it? Botticelli. The Empress. The Eight of Swords. And the Page of Wands. So let's see. So there is some sort of conflict, because I feel like it might be the following. The Eight of Swords is the energy where something is kind of stuck. Someone might self-sabotage a situation, but it might just be the situation is kind of stuck. So there is some sort of conflict, while the one person seems to be the Empress, being like all understanding, compassionate, bringing in the love, wanting this to grow. There is the Page of Wands, and the Page of Wands is a beautiful energy, but the Page of Wands... well, it might be that you are observing the situation, because the Page of Wands is an observing energy. Observing the situation. Is it still stuck? Is it still the same as last time? Because some sort of conflicting situation coming up here. You're trying to figure out, am I here on the right path? Am I trapped? Is it the right thing to put my energy in here? and to hope for it to grow and to grow basically. And I think that's one aspect why there could be an inner conflict that you have with that situation. On the other hand, we have two people here. The one is really like a little bit immature, like, oh, hey, I'm just curious. I just want to know, how are you? What's going on? And the other person is like the mother energy, like, oh, yeah, you're back. And I just want to welcome you with open arms. I want to give you all my love, and I want to give you everything I have. And that might be a pattern of you that has been in this situation before. That someone is really curious but a little bit immature, maybe a little bit younger, and the other person is like all in. That could be obviously part of an issue here. So just be mindful of that. Be a bit careful. Try to don't lose touch with reality, and just be a bit careful with this person coming back, I would say. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe things can develop now in a beautiful way. Let's see what the unicorns have to say. Can we please get the energy of the unicorns for Libra? Friendship. All right. Well, maybe that's the thing. Maybe this whole situation is developing more into a friendship. So that's the card. And it says, basically, seek out your soul family, surround yourself with positive people, and spend more time socializing. So I guess it does make sense that someone comes back and you're more social again. Maybe it's also important for you to not just focus on that one person, but really to seek out your soul family, people that are good for you, and to surround yourself with positive people. That could be a general thing that would be beneficial here. But also, since this is a friendship card, it might be a hint that maybe the situation here, even if there is so much love, I mean, a lot of cups energy here, right? A lot of cups. Even if there's so much love, maybe it's not enough to make the situation grow into a solid relationship, but maybe it is more like a friendship. So just stay a bit open here, I would say, and observe the situation and see how it develops. Alright, I hope you resonate with the reading. If so, leave a like, comment, or subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time.